Welcome, one and all. Alright, man. So, I happened to catch this last night, which was the 3rd, obviously. I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen Winnie the Pooh slasher film. Horror parody, dark parody, whatever you want to call it. But I have seen so many fucking videos pop up, shitting all over the film, so clearly it might be an undiscovered gem. Who fucking knows? It's all opinions anyways. Due to the fact it's a movie, not a world issue. Right? So, people are shitting all over the film, and Cody Leach got himself into some shit. And as this video plays out by somebody I used to be subscribed to, this is probably one of the worst takes in a movie catch-up. I don't know what they call these videos. That I think I've seen. So let's get started here.
That's enough for now. Let's move on now to surprisingly the most controversial film of the month.
And by the way, if Haunted Hippie, if you're watching this, I don't care that you didn't like the movie. That's not why I'm reacting to this.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Let's get into it. This is a basic slasher where two guys happen to be wearing Pooh and Piglet masks, and that's literally all it is. It's not.
By the way, the trailer existed for years, I believe. When did the trailer? I don't know, man. I remember seeing the trailer before it came out. And I'll tell you one thing, if I were to go see this film, I would not be expecting any Oscar-worthy material in that film. I mean, I'm not saying there was no effort put into it, there was. It's a movie. People are calling it a movie. It's not a short film. And the masks do look creepy to me, a little bit. But that's... I've heard this plenty of times. The fucking... the movie that I was expecting to be a good horror film with obviously, parody masks and just obvious adults wearing them. It's a fucking spoof. Sorry. I just think it's, dumb to say that, but that's my opinion. I mean, I'm being stupid.
And it was so bad that they were like, okay, yeah, let's
go ahead and
leave this one at a limited release. Remember with Terrifier?
No. I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they were afraid of the fan base. Because I sure as fuck would be.
2, they were like, it's just one weekend, that's it. You can see it for one weekend. Then it was like, all right, now for the second weekend only. The second and the last one. Okay, the third weekend. Okay, all right. Okay, we're gonna leave it in the theater for a while, actually. Blood and Honey. Oh, mama, this is a terrible film. For some people,
that is an opinion.
They care about.
I haven't seen it. I don't really care to see it. I would probably get it if it was available for digital release. To check it out. I actually saw it was on YouTube, so maybe I'll watch it on YouTube. But I'm not really a fan of Winnie the Pooh anywho.
The body count. So this movie actually will have its audience. But even for gorehounds, a lot of the gore in this movie is CGI blood splatter, so even they probably won't be too pleased. For anyone who is excited to see what creative ways they could turn Winnie the Pooh into a slasher villain, you'll be massively disappointed. Cody Leach did a great review of this movie.
I don't know by this tweet.
I feel like I don't need to belabor any of those points because he said it best. But there was no creative thought concerning the IP besides the...
What do you mean, no creative thought? Oh my god. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you released a short film. Do you think you were any creative, or did you happen to watch Nightmare on Elm Street one too many times? It's pretty much what I thought it was. Except for, obviously not Freddy Krueger, but... besides the point.
Look of the killers. There's a cool animated opening that leads you to believe that they're setting up.
It's so fucked up to say. Like, this is why YouTube critics, in my opinion, should never be taken seriously. Ever. I mean, you're just gonna insult the fucking film and not, at least appreciate the fact that it actually has cinematography and it's a fucking movie. Oh, they wanted to make money.
some really good lore for the movie, and the movie just never lives up to that. It's any
I have
old
no idea,
micro-budget
so...
slasher with terrible writing. It's a complete waste of the IP. So it became...
That's an opinion. That's, I don't know, I even think that's just speculation on that point.
very clear to a lot of us that the only reason why they made it a spoof parody of Winnie the Pooh is because that would get butts in seats.
Ooh! You have proof of that? Like, this is why I don't make claims. Like, bro... Is there an article from the director or anyone from behind the scenes stating that this is exactly what the fuck they intended? They wanted to make some obviously bad-looking spoof movie, which is what spoofs are supposed to be, regardless if it's a dark spoof or, a horror spoof. Like, fuck! It's different ways to make fun of things. I guess your sense of humor is different? I don't know.
There was no creative endeavor there, and the worst thing...
Oh, shit. Stop saying there's no creative anything. It's so annoying. Bro. Come on.
...about it is the embarrassing studio that produced it, so let's get into that. Cody Leach expressed a lot...
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. This is what he said. Okay, and I can see why the director reacted to it. Okay? Because I have empathy. I empathize with the fucking director. Okay, it's a work of art regardless if you liked it or not. There's a difference between a movie and intentionally aiming for strictly copy fun, and a movie that puts in zero effort because it knows horror fans will pay to see it anyway. No citations, nothing. Just fucking making a claim with no fucking proof. None at all. At least with what I said about her short film, you could look it up. Type in Haunted Hippie short film. It's pretty much A Nightmare on Elm Street with a new killer, though. And with that, I'll take my leave on this subject. Why are you both fucking making these retarded-ass claims, man? Like, you have no proof of this. Like, this would piss me off. I'm putting myself in this dude's shoes because, yeah, movies aren't easy to make. Sorry to say, I don't know if you guys knew that.
Negative opinions about the movie and obviously didn't recommend it. And this was one of the
Yeah, not only that, it keeps people from seeing the film. That's...
Nice to him from the studio. I'm assuming it was the director. Your comments are uncalled for. We made a film in 8 days on a budget we had. A lot of effort from everyone involved was put in. You weren't there. You have no idea.
He's right. He was not there. That's... I don't know why this is...
Appreciate your review, but don't appreciate your rude comments. So I responded to that, and I said this...
Okay, why? Why are you trying to butt in? This is how is it corny? You just say it's corny. You're like, tee. Look at me, I'm trying to get myself into shit. Okay, I don't know much about these fucking movie producers, and I'm not gonna go off of what some fucking retard on the internet says. Like, bro. Like, let's read this again. Your comments are uncalled for. First of all, he was replying to what he said. We made a film, okay, he's telling him we had 8 days to do it. A lot of effort from yeah, it's a movie. People were in it. There's editing. They're like, somebody designed the masks. They couldn't just go and buy fucking Spirit Halloween masks because everything's all fucking trademarked. They had to make their own. And they're actually selling them. Which is funny, actually. We made a film in 8 days on a budget we had. Yeah. And according to her, there was, like she said, crappy CGI blood. How does that not register with you? Like, what the fuck, man? A lot of effort. Okay, you weren't there. Yeah, no, none of you were. You're just speculating. It's just speculation. Making claims and no substantial evidence. Okay? None. And you saying the movie's bad, even with CGI bad blood, it doesn't mean anything. This movie looks interesting enough to me, because you guys are just not persuading my opinion. You're making me want to see it more. You have no idea. He's right. I appreciate your review, but don't appreciate your rude comments. Yeah, I would. If I was a director, I would consider that rude. I'd say this guy's just being a fucking prick. He's not understanding the fucking our financial issue. And we had to do it in 8 days because the studio we're publishing it to was like, oh, fuck you, you have 8 days to do this shit. Because that's what happens in film. How do you not know this? Because it's all kind of corporate-like. It's a project. Projects have dates to be done. Some directors may get, permission to take however long they can, and that's great. But not all fucking companies are like that when it comes to publishing your film. They give you a stupid date some of the times. Not all. But maybe they got fucked with this movie. Has that ever crossed your fucking mind? I haven't even seen this shit.
This is corny because, like,
okay.
My god. I have never, in my granted limited 3 years of reviewing horror movies, ever seen a director lash out at a...
That's not lashing out, you fucking idiot. Let's read that again.
From the studio, I'm assuming...
He pointed out they had 8 days to do it. He was rude. He said the movie was bad. He did not take into consideration at least the effort that was put into it. That's not a real critic. He's a fucking bitch. And I'll read a comment that he posted in this. It's so funny. Holy shit.
I was the director. Your comments are uncalled for. We made a film in 8 days on a budget we had. A lot of effort from everyone involved was put in. You weren't there. You have no idea.
Yeah, how is this lashing out?
Yeah, I appreciate your review, but don't appreciate your rude comments.
Stop lashing out. He didn't insult him. He didn't say, you fucking retard moron. That's lashing out. That's not. How is that lashing out?
I responded to that, and I said,
yeah,
this is cool.
So you could try to get him to respond to you. And he probably didn't even know what the fuck you meant by that, because I would be like, oh, this is corny, don't know what the fuck that means.
Corny, because...
I don't know how a tweet can be corny.
Like, oh my god. I have never, in my granted limited 3 years of reviewing horror movies, ever seen a director lash out at
It's not lashing out.
reviewer like this. And the stands, the
yeah, because of the fact that reviewers think that their opinion matters and it doesn't. I don't think a lot of directors care for critics. And I'm going to be honest there. I don't know that for fact. But I will tell you that they probably aren't fond of them. Because of the fact they pretty much, sadly, have, like, some voice, even though it's meaningless, over a fucking, career for a director sometimes. Like, for God's sake. Sadly. But no, I'm not saying that doesn't mean that their fucking opinions are justified.
Blood and Honey stands exist, first of all, but they all came out of the woodworks like little bugs, like little maggots, and they were like, you're trying to make an indie horror film fail? How dare you?
What are you making fun of the fans now? Oh, that makes me want to appreciate your work. What a fucking bitch, man. Are you seriously going to just jump and suck this dude off? Because of the fact that some fucking director got back to him and doesn't take shit like that? He didn't lash out at all. You're just making this into a problem.
This and the stands, the Blood and Honey stands exist, first of all.
Yeah, and you mentioned that. Why are you now surprised?
They all came out of the woodworks like little bugs, like little maggots, and they were like, you're trying to make an indie horror film fail? How dare you?
What the fuck are you
Following
talking
their
about?
Corny leader, I guess.
Their corny leader? How is he corny? For pointing out that you guys are fucking stupid? And that you don't actually appreciate film? Because that's what it seems like. I know you're in film school, if you ever watch this. I know you're in film school and everything. So I would actually at least say that you probably have a passion for film, but I don't know about the other motherfucker. He just pretty much left a tweet saying, oh, this movie's bad, and didn't say, well, it was a movie, that it tried to be a horror movie, or whatever the fuck. Or it had bad, CGI. I think it had bad CGI. No, it's bad. This is bad. In an objective way. And he's not taking... He didn't look into the film at all. Like, the pretty much the directors just basically said, you don't know shit. You weren't there. Like...
Where we apply what's called critical thinking, okay? Walk with me.
Yeah, but it's actually called bullshit because that critical thinking doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't even matter when I do it. That's what that means.
There is a fundamental difference between trying to actively make a movie fail and telling your...
Yeah, you're doing that exact fucking thing. You're saying the director lashed out. He didn't lash out. He called the dude out. Like, if you think that's lashing out, go outside, please. I think you spend a little too much time hunched over with the phone in the hand. On Twitter. That's what I think. And I have every incentive to think that. Because, this is bullshit, man. Like, this is the most fucking snake-like shit I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm a little upset. Because, you know what, I care... I have empathy. I understand how frustrated this dude must be, because you gotta think every fucking video talking about this movie is just trashing it. Do you think that doesn't get tiring? Fucking God, man.
Audience to save their money. A lot of people...
No, it's not. That's actually bullshit. You just want to put out your stupid ass opinion. People will go and see the film anyways because they don't care. They don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Some people may, but that's like a small percentage. And I'm gonna be honest, if you have to listen to some motherfucker tell you to go if you should see the movie or not, you're stupid. I'm sorry. You should go back to elementary school if that's the case.
Self included, are on a tight budget every month.
Okay, then you're not empathizing here. You're kind of just coming up with an excuse to bitch about this. You should understand the struggle. And they were actually able to make it a picture film. I congratulate them for that. You didn't.
Unfortunately, time is also money to a lot of people.
Maybe it's just pent up shit. That you didn't get picked up by Hollywood.
They're a precious thing to waste. I at least feel a moral obligation when a movie is bad enough to tell people,
no.
Maybe treat you and your partner to a nice dinner or something instead of spending $20 each on a ticket to see this movie. At my theater...
This is so bad, man. This doesn't make... I don't care. They probably don't even care. There's probably a couple that went and saw the film and liked it. It's not all on the internet. Not everyone... Fuck. God damn. It's not a bad movie, man. It's intentionally designed that way to look like a cheesy film. I mean, it's a fucking parody. It's Winnie the Pooh killing people. Like, what did you expect from that? The trailers gave pretty much everything away. Not everything, not plot-wise. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I saw the trailer, and it doesn't look like an Oscar-worthy movie, and I think they're aware of that. I think they know that they're making fun of Winnie the Pooh. He's just killing people. What the fuck? What did you expect?
This event was $18. I personally would have spent that on a bowl of poke and been much more satisfied.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd rather be doing other things, but I just felt the need to react to your video because I think this whole segment for this everything I watched in February video is retarded.
And now I have to...
You know why? Because you made nothing into something. He didn't lash out at anybody. The guy was being a fucking prick and he called him out on it. He actually was nice about it. And he wasn't there, neither were you, and you're both making these wild-ass fucking... I don't know if they're accusations or claims. They're claims. About the guy just doing it for money and not trying to be, darkly funny. None of that never has crossed your mind, has it?
Wait until next month to get my frickin' poke. Wait, no, now it's March. Poke soon, poke soon, poke soon. The Blood and Honey stans act like these filmmakers are entitled to our money just because...
They are, and you're not understanding of that, because if you want to be a director, I'm going to say the same thing about your shit. You're making me... If you ever become a director, I just will not like you. You're just coming off like a bitch. This is not making you look good. As a matter of fact, this probably killed your chance to get connections here. You know? And that's not why I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it does look like a B-rated film to me. You know, but I think it's retarded to sit there and say that no effort was put into this, they were in it for the money, but yet no evidence of that, and actually, as a matter of fact, that tweet pretty much disproved you. So, I don't know what in the fuck you're on about, man.
It's an independent project, and the filmmakers are acting the same way.
Oh, really? Is there more proof? Is there more replies? Let's see.
So embarrassing. You couldn't torture that information out of me. By the way, the fact that they had 8 days to shoot this.
Oh my god, dude. You're just really hammering home that you're such a bitch and you don't really appreciate film. This makes this look like you don't. Because if you did, you would have at least respected the fact that they had a budget and they had 8 fucking days. And she's going to bring up some really stupid comparisons like most fucking critics do, so let's see.
You know which 2 indie projects took
that have nothing to do...
only 7 days to shoot? Skinamarink and Paranormal...
Oh, but 2 different movies! Paranormal Activity, oh my god, it's like it wasn't easy to do. It's not like just get a couple security cameras... and then a fucking main camera. Different movies. This movie actually had effects. Well, Paranormal Activity did as well. I mean, at the end of the film. I mean, also with some other stuff, you know. But still different films. Different production, or the way they do it. This, like, what are you getting at? And there's not a lot of people that enjoy these films. Just because these are highly rated doesn't fucking mean they're good. You should know this. Like, you preached this shit before, sister.
Blood and Honey had a budget of $70,000, and these 2 movies right here, both of them had a budget of $15,000.
Doesn't matter. Different movies, man. This is not... I don't think fucking Paranormal Activity is called Paranormal Activity Slasher, or Paranormal Activity Winnie the Pooh, or Paranormal Casper Activity, where Casper's killing people. It's not a fucking horror parody.
Never Hike Alone, the gorgeous fan-made Friday the 13th film, it had a budget of under $20,000 according to IMDb. I'm of the opinion that a true art...
So, Jason's the equivalent to Winnie the Pooh? And the way they shot and made that short film, or that fan film, is the same as what they did here? No, they're...
artist can make a good movie from nothing, and honestly I don't feel like these filmmakers would be so defensive if they didn't think
they weren't defensive, dude. They didn't fucking get all toxically defensive, and I've seen people get that way. I had a friend that did that. We're no longer friends. That's not toxic defensiveness. They didn't insult you. They actually were pretty cordial. I mean, yeah, they said review, because let's be honest, YouTube critics aren't fucking worth taking seriously. Not even the critics, period. And that goes for myself. Ooh.
What we were saying was true. If it didn't apply...
I just like talking about films.
It wouldn't stay.
Even if I didn't like it, I'll talk about it.
So why do you sound so hurt?
If it's worth
I made my own
about.
Short that I know I bring up constantly, and it got...
Yeah, I know, and it's the same. It's pretty much, you got the idea from fucking A Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, it's pretty almost the same, except for, you know, different villain. But, I mean, it was good. It was well shot. Like, I will give you credit. It was a fucking good shot. Like, there was effort in that. I could tell. And you should have been able to tell here. But you're just so up your own ass, it seems like.
Got some negative reviews, and I went, valid. Because not everyone is going to like what you make. Like,
yeah. So, why are you sitting here saying that they fucking didn't talk, like they were very rude and corny, and they're lashing out? They're not. That's just really mild. I mean, they're just kind of calling the dude out for being a prick. They're being actually nice about it.
Grow up. I don't know.
Grow up. They didn't use insults. They're not saying his content's bad. What do you mean? He said that entire film was bad without looking into it. And also, they were right. He wasn't there. Why are you defending this guy? How can you not see this? Are you on the spectrum?
Man, these hissy fits came after your movie made $2 million. I think you can really calm down. Obviously,
They're not, like, okay, are they saying anything else? Like, what the fuck? If I'm wrong, I'd like somebody to point that out, and I'll delete the video. I'm not joking. If you can point to me that there was a little more to this than that, but so far I don't see that. You're not providing screenshots, so I can't take your word.
I don't recommend Blood and Honey, and I don't think that I personally will be supporting these filmmakers.
Yeah, and she's being a bitch too here.
And
But they're not wrong, like, at all. Like, they weren't there for this, or he wasn't there. Now, probably you next, because of the fact that you're sitting here making these really ridiculous claims, which, by the way, there's no link to. Oh, wait, there's a few links. Oh, Patreon, though. Amazon wish list. Oh. Okay, there's a thing called a job. Yeah, no articles, nothing. Nothing from any of these interviewers where they publicly say, yes, we did it for money. Yes, we did it for money. We're sorry. We did it for money, but we got it anyways. They never said, no, not exactly that, but you know what I mean. You know that, like, they're not directly or implying that they did do it for money. That's not even shown through the tweet, and you're not showing any more, so.
Sure, they really rubbed me the wrong way, and
you're rubbing me the wrong way right now. You're literally making nothing into something, and you tried to get yourself involved. Good job.
they do not bring a good vibe to this community.
Oh, but you're not bringing a good vibe either. You're giving me elitist vibes. Oh, I made a short, but I know how to take criticism. But I make stupid shit into something. Pretty much. Fucking Jesus. God damn.
So that was dramatic. Let's move on.
Okay, yep, let's move on. So that was what I wanted to react to. It wasn't the entire video. And if this was too long, I'm sorry. I had a lot to say to this because I did not think that was fair. I personally think that's just a sign of some terrible criticism, to be honest. And just saying something outright's bad is a fucking opinion. It's not an objective fact. And they're pretty much saying he wasn't there, they had a budget, and they had 8 days. Because whatever, they probably watched and he said probably some fucking claim-worthy shit. You know, like, what I mean by that is he probably made fucking claims out the ass saying, oh, they probably wanted our money, even though it's a complete parody, and I should be able to tell by the fucking masks in the film that make it obvious they're masks. Oh. God damn. Did you... Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out. And, please, seriously, don't go over and hate these people. I don't know, man. It's like, just critics. Ignore them. That's all I gotta say. See you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out. Alright, so I forgot I was gonna do something. I was gonna read the comment that the fucking Cody Lynch, whatever the fuck his name is. Oh, there he is. Cody Leach. Sorry. Lol, who would have thought February would be a month of Cody versus Winnie? You didn't need to make the tweet if you're gonna end up complaining about it even. Why are you still talking about it? That's funny. I'm still shaking my head at the whole ordeal, and I have to talk about it one more time when I do my February ranking. Dude, maybe if you were to actually look into the film and actually give it at least the credit that it deserves for it being a fucking film, and the people actually making it look there was cinematography in that film. I mean, it looked like a movie to me. Everyone's calling it a movie. They're saying it's a bad movie. So there was effort put into it, much like every other fucking film. So maybe you shouldn't have made that tweet. And maybe February would not be a month of you versus Weenie the Pooh. So, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.